Welcome to today's stream. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ooh, we released a video today. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a God, I've made so much short content that the video's a little rushed. I don't know how you guys are gonna handle it. Ooh, I want your guys' feedback on it, whether it's here or in the comment section of the video. Ooh, but for right now, we're back with this. We're back with the Black Knight Cal-re, which is a really cool build. Even though we only have it like half, we only have it a third of the way done because of the wings. Welcome, Derek, as well, and anyone else who's here. But does the fact that it has this little gate that opens and closes? Sadly, I can't close it back up because I have gloves on. But there's this little design element of it that just hit really hard, and one thing I think I'm going to do is actually disassemble it a little bit. Not quite sure how I'm going to disassemble it, but one thing I want to do, and I'm gonna have to do this off stream. Okay, I can disassemble it pretty simple. Is I'm going to have to push this part out so I can paint this part into a bronze. Because I did paint this part bronze, and you can see how much better that looks. How much better this as bronze looks, and how complementary it is to the gold of the kit. So I'm late to reply, building Dom inside. Oh yeah, I saw... Ooh. Yee, it's always good to be building Doms. I mean, if it wasn't for this kit, we'd be building a Dom right now. Let's hear, I will watch the video in full and leave my feedback. Thank you. Ooh. I will say, I kind of already have a plan on what I'm going to do. Ooh. And that is make very... So, I don't know if you've seen it, but the first quasi-review I ever did was for the GM Command Space type. And the video review isn't up anymore, but the short is still up for it, and it's the same thing. The short and the video are the same thing. I think what I might do is do like a quick review for like just to get out that part of me, just to get out the part of me that just wants to do like, here's the information and da-da-da-da-da, just like rapid fire information to have like a short, so that'd be like a 3-minute video. And then make a video about the building process itself and have it be a little bit more laid back. Ooh. And have it be a little bit longer, because like right now, I'm kind of like trying to straddle between making a longer video that's like, say, 15 minutes long, and a shorter video that's like 3 minutes long that's the length of a short. And so I'm kind of like, I'm pulling myself between these two places, and I think I'm kind of like giving you guys less for it. You can't build just one Dom, it's either 3 or 0. Oh, dude, you're going for the full black tri-stars? Ooh. That explains why you have 3, actually. I was kind of wondering why you just had 3 Dom heads. Also, are those master grades? Are you building 3 master grades at the same time? Based if yes. But it looked like you had a visor over it. Remember that one? The dang old leg jaunts. Okay, I will not be painting the inner frame, though, for the same reason I said last stream, that the inner frame is not going to be worth painting because it's going to chip. But the hands, I think I can definitely paint the hands, put a top coat on them. The wrist part, I'm not quite sure, again, how I'm going to get that part out, but I'll find a way. Yes, 3 master grades. Well, on the bright side, I mean, if you're building them all at the same time, you can probably just put all their parts in one bag. If you think about it, you can just have all the left arms in one bag. You can just mix and match the pieces. They'll be compatible. It's fine. Ooh. Let me get out the box. Ooh, that is the Sigrun instructions. Actually, wait a minute. Sigrun, do you have... Oh, after I ran over the instructions for the Danand Gay, this Sigrun might have the most intact instructions now. Congratulations to the Sigrun. Let me change the music out real quick. I want to listen to Claire Obscure. I want to listen to Claire. That's gonna be a little too loud. Let me. There we go. Let's see here. Dom 1.0 is unironically better than the 1.5 purely because of the hands. I know that the hands are a big complaint. I don't know what the hands are going on with them. I don't know if they have, like, loose hands, or if they have hands, if they have, like, 2.0 hands, which have, like, a tendency to break. I don't know what's going on with it. I've just heard, like, the Dom 1.5 is, like, a mixed bag. Ooh. Let's see here. But I've had kits with, I'm going to say, worse hands. So as long as they're not hands as bad as, like, the ones that you can just break and not be able to repair, like from Gundam the Origin, I think my expectations are tempered. These are feet for free. That is a remote. See here. Tedious, tedious, tedious. You are parts of the leg. Oh, that's concerning. That means I probably don't have the legs fully cut out, do I? These are all just the same pieces over and over again. It's just like, I think, is it 16 or 8 pieces? I mean, there's more than 16 pieces in here, but let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God. So there's 4. So there's 8 of these pods, but they separate into 2 pieces that you can see here. Into the Dragoons, you know, they're gonna go watch Doki Bird streams. Just realized my mic wasn't pointing towards me. They're gonna go watch Doki Bird streams, but that means technically I have to build effectively 16 bits for this. Oh my god. Is this a good time to mention that I've never actually built the fin funnels for the new Gundam? I still haven't built them. I just never did. I just have them in a box, just ready to be built. More simple 2.0 hands, while the Dom 1.5 uses 3.0 spider hands, more similar to the Origin hands. Oh no! So they're the ones that if you don't read the instructions perfectly well and do them exactly as they're stated, you break the fingers off. Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to buy another set of 3.0 replacement hands. No. Oh, that is such a bummer. Here. That's why I bought the Dom 1.0 instead. I don't even know where you can get a Dom 1.0. Hold on, I'm gonna look at the difference between the box art. Dom 1.0 images. Ah! I'm surprised Bandai still prints it. Okay, that's like 90s style box art. I mean, the box art is at least better on the 2.0. On the 1.5, sorry. I don't know, why is it a 1.5? Why did they, like, not make a 2.0? Why does Bandai hate the Dom so much? Because, again, they won't make a Dom revive. They make a 1.5 Dom instead of a 2.0, but here's the box art for the... Here's the box art for the 1.0. You can see it's real old-fashioned, and then... Here's the 2.0... Sorry. 1.5! Because they want to be difficult. Here's a 1.5 box art, which is pretty banger. There's something... No, not that, not that, not that. Oh, God. Chat, in Gundam Seed, I immediately understand. It is so 2000s, I know everything that's going to happen in the story already. The 1.5 print felt pretty lazy. They just iterated but didn't advance on it, it kind of sounds like. But the... I'm gonna like this show a lot. I'm gonna like it for all the 2000s glory that it is, but I saw the Char clone in it, and I was like, oh, hey, he's back. You know, like I forget what his name was, but I was like, I guess he's back. But then he got into a mobile armor instead of a mobile suit, and I realized immediately that's not the Char clone from the first season. I immediately understood that's Flag. That's the guy who got vaporized last season, and you might be like, wait. If he got vaporized, how is he the Char clone this season? Oh, because it's a 2000s anime and we didn't see a body. If you don't see a body, you can't say somebody's dead. Only if you see a body is somebody dead in an anime from the 2000s, and we never got to see his body. He literally got vaporized, but we didn't see the body, which means he's the Char clone this season. I already know that. And don't worry, it's not a spoiler. I already know. Ooh, I love 2000s anime so much. Ooh. We already have a crazy woman. I don't know her name because that's not important. Women's names aren't important. It doesn't matter. But we already have a crazy woman, the chick who's piloting the Black Gundam. She's just insane. Is her whole gimmick. She's just like has PTSD. She's some kind of she's Superman Hera. That's all that matters. And I'm immediately like, we have a landmine girl, which is a term I learned today. We have a landmine girl in our Gundam. Automatically, it is peak. If you don't know what a landmine girl is, it's a Japanese term for a girl who looks unassuming or cute, but is like a landmine. If you step on it, it'll explode and ruin your life. In America, we just say daddy issues. Sorry. I mean, to be fair, they improved the articulation a lot, and insides are really different. These shoulders are one whole piece versus... Okay, so they did advance it a little bit. Okay, it's not just iterative. That's good. Ooh, 2 pieces in the 1.0, and legs are mobile. More mobile, but the 3.0 hands are ugly, and I still can't hold the Mega Beam Bazooka. Okay, sorry. To be fair... Come here. The 2.0 Zaku can barely hold. Also, I don't have the Beam Bazooka. Because that is what the Rick Dom has. Ooh. The Rick Dom has the Beam Bazooka. I got the Dom because it had more accessories. Yes, that is why. I was like, it was a lighter shade of purple, and it has more accessories, and that's all I needed to do to be like, okay, I'm gonna get the Dom instead of the Rick Dom. But to be fair, here's the 2.0 Zaku, and a lot of times, well, normally I can just do this and his gun comes out of his hand, actually. For once I plugged it in correctly, I'm surprised. Ooh, I guess I can't show you because because if I do, then I'm never gonna get that gun back into his hand correctly. Landmine girls and seeds, say it ain't so. There's, to be fair, that was her name Flay in the first season? I can't remember her name exactly. I think it was Flay, but she's one of my favorite crazy Gundam women. Oh my god, any Gundam show that just has an insane woman, I'm going to like at least that insane woman, okay? Okay, Lady Une from Gundam Wing, peak. Okay, Chara, peak. When I get to Victory Gundam and I see that and I get to finally meet that woman who stabs a 12-year-old, I'm going to that's gonna become my favorite Universal Century show, okay? There's a woman who stabs a 12-year-old in the kidneys or something. That's just wow. Why? Because she's crazy. I love crazy anime women, and Gundam has some of the best. Yeah, Flay. That's I can remember Atherin and Kira. Kira because the name is so basic, and Atherin because it's Arthur. Outside of that, I can't remember anyone else's name. You might be like, what about Kagili? Only because I'm watching Gundam Seed Destiny right now can I tell you Kagili's name. Shin. I thought Shin for the when he appeared, I thought Shin in the Gundam, I thought he was Kira, and then I realized, wait a second, Kira doesn't have red eyes. Where's Kira? Is Kira gonna be in Gundam Seed Destiny? Like, I don't really care for his character in all honesty, but like, I was just really confused. I was like, where's Kira? He was the main character of the last one. It's like Gundams never carry over main characters, Seth, and it's like, but this is Gundam Seed. It's different. It gets better. Zanskar Empire is a pure feminism empire that is seeks to stop men from holding political power. And Uso helped the Federation limit women right post-war. Oh god. Oh my god, it's a commentary on Japanese feminism. Oh god, please, I want to know what Tomino has to say on feminism. I need to know. But we have to do Gundam Seed Destiny first. Gundam Seed Destiny. For one thing, I thought I literally did Gundam X before Destiny, because I was thinking I need to have peak before I go into the worst thing imaginable. Because a lot of people were like, Gundam Seed is bad, and it might be bad. But it has all the tropes that I love from the 2000s, so it doesn't matter how bad it gets as long as it's still filled with these awful tropes. I'm going to love it for what it is. Let's see here, and... oh, we build the waist next. Well, I guess I didn't need to get out the legs. Also, Zanskar Empire. Zanskar, whatever. Either way, Zanskar or Zanskar is just a good name for an empire. I don't know why. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's gibberish, but it sounds clean. It sounds like the Zanskar Empire, or Scar, sounds like an ancient, like, almost an Ethiopian, like an idiot, Mesopotamian empire. It sounds like, you know, like where the cradle of humanity was. It sounds like one of those empires. It sounds like, you know, Gilgamesh, you know, went there to bust some heads, or like Sargon of Akkad went to war with them. It's a good name. Also, I love how, like, Zeon is called the Principality of Zeon. And I always kind of wondered, just, like, how does that work? Because, like, is it a principality for, like, princes? Technically, I think Wales is a principality because the Prince of Wales, because you rule over Wales to prime yourself to rule over England is the idea. But there is no, like, the Principality of Zeon is just ruled by the monarch. I don't really know how that works. Or is the Principality just another word for kingdom? All memes aside, a lot of the points are nonsensical, even the Gundam standards. They're just there for shock rather than anything meaningful. I mean, I'll still like that, to be honest. If it helps F91 factions in Space Babylonia. Oh my god. The whore of Babylon must be satiated. It does help. Oh, technically I do have to walk, because I'm doing it in chronological order, no skipping. Unless it's something like I forgot existed. Then it's like not my fault, I just forgot. Ooh. Like, I'm sure there's like some... like, I might not read Gundam Crossbones, for example, before going on to like F91, is what I mean. But like, I'm trying to do all the shows in order. I might skip Unicorn, which, well, no, I'm probably not going to skip Unicorn. Well, God, I really want to I can't just jump straight to Gundam to Victory Gundam. I kind of want to, and this is the trouble I'm having. I might. I might go Unicorn to Victory Gundam, back to F91, and then to... where'd I go from F91? Probably... but that wouldn't make sense to go from F91 to Crossbones, because wouldn't you go to Crossbones then F91? Yes, it's Principality of Zeon was made by Garma. Garma is the Prince Zabi family. Principality just means Prince is the head of state. Oh! I guess that makes sense. those because ooh, that's actually that puts a lot more meaning into the Principality of Zeon. That it's literally called the Principality of Zeon for the love that not Giran. Giran's the bastard. Not literal bastard. He's just an a-hole. That. Oh, not Dozel. Not Cassilia. How am I getting everyone else's name? This is embarrassing. Normally I can't get anyone's name, but I can get all the other zombie names. If I get the one who died in Gundam the Origin, I'm just gonna end stream. There's no coming back from that. What is his name? Forget the extended lore, but the zombie family changed it from like Zeon Republic. Yeah, it was the Zeon Republic, or whatever, into the Principality. Degwin. I knew it started with a D. Degwin took over. Yeah. I knew it was a D, chat. I knew it. It was calling towards me. Let's see here. No, not this piece. Do I have the piece out? Oh, no. Okay, so it's this piece. Dagwin, thank you. But Degwin naming it the Principality because he's like, you're my favorite son, Garma. It kind of makes sense why, like, I mean, to be honest, it kind of fits their character already, but it kind of brings more context to why Cassilia and Giran didn't really care too much, or they like how I don't remember Cassilia cared at all, but like Giran was more like, oh hey, he's dead, I can use this for propaganda, you know. They're like, oh hey, the favorite son is dead. Well, daddy didn't love me enough, so I'm not all that broken up about it. Let's see here. He was the golden boy of Zeon. Let's see here. You think that, well, you think that Degwin would have, like, sent him with more of a fighting force, but he kind of did, now that I think about it. It's, Garma who overextended himself. What am I not putting together here? There it is. One thing I love about Gundam is that the fact that the people cry about Zeon being about being Germans. It was the Federation that did all of the well, like concentration stuff, like racial profiling, party membering, control industries. Well, that's the thing, is that like Zeon was a breakaway state from pretty much a state that was so bureaucratic it might as well have been fascist, is what the Federation was supposed to be. You know, it was just a state that lost focus of what its goal was, if I remember correctly. And then Zeon itself kind of fell into the same trappings, and that's like the tragedy of it all. But it goes over everyone's head. Yeah, I mean, how I always like to say is that Zeon is not space, Nazis. They're space Germans. Ooh. I mean, but by the second Zeon War, they're a little more closer to, the 1940s versions of Germans. But the 1 Year War, they are far more, in my opinion, like along the lines of like World War I Germans, where they're like, yeah, we're upstarts, we're gonna be like on top of everything and we deserve everything because we're the best, They still have some elements of that, like concepts of Lebensraum and whatnot, but like they're far more, culturally speaking, as a people, far more like in line with like the ideals of like World War I Germany. And then they come back and they're like, well, it didn't work out, World War I, so we should throw more colonies and do more gas attacks. Hello, Switch. Hello. Yeah, one of my favorite things about the for on the Federation and how people don't get it. It's because the Federation, their evil is far more duplicitous and not simplistic. It's far more bureaucratic. You know, it's the fact that they will just throw people out. Like, what's their tactic against Zeon? Just build a bunch of GMs, throw children inside of the GMs, and overwhelm Zeon with the sheer number of their armies. That Zeon literally chokes to death, trying to swallow the forces of the Federation. And it's like, that's evil. But that is like an evil, but it's not as... But then you have Zeon that just goes like, yeah, we did a gas attack and threw a colony at a planet. And it's far easier to quantify that evil than it is to be like, ah yes, the evil of logistics. You know? Which is why I love Hathaway. My favorite scene in Hathaway is when the guy in the mesher, I forget his name, he flies up into the air and then he does like a sudden drop, so that to his back, so that the Federation pilots are above him, and below him is the city, and he's like, the Federation won't fire on me, because if they fire on me and miss, they'll hit the city. So like, I can shoot them with impunity and they can't fire back. Ha ha ha, oh my god, they're shooting at me. Oh my god, they're destroying more of the city than I was. What is going on here? And it's like, that is probably one of the best expressions of the Federation. The Federation is just like, yeah, we don't care. Oh no, you're gonna kill people. Yeah, like okay, there's like another there's another 7 billion people where those, like, you know, 5,000 we just killed came from. We don't care. It's all numbers in the end. And it's just like, that's the evil of the Federation. The fact that Bandai constantly whitewashes EcoS, which is a successor to the Titans, and even made them into the good guys. I didn't even know the Titans had a successor. I feel like after the Titans, that's when you just go like, okay, you know what? Let's not do that again. I feel like, you know, maybe don't give unlimited power to a military. Don't give like unlimited power and no oversight. Don't make Mecha SS. That's all it was. That's what the Titans were. They were the SS of Gundam. Which really goes further to be like how the Federation, they might be the real baddies all along. Luckily, the Titans were also horrendously incompetent. Hey Jared, you haven't won a single fight, and like you are the biggest jobber pilot in the history of Gundam. Do you want to lead this like attack? Yeah, you know what? We can trust you to lead this attack. You'll succeed. You can do it, buddy. What's that? You got roundhouse kicked by like a 15-year-old? Had to remember how old Camille was when he kicked him on Kilimanjaro. An easy way to remember it is that Gundam protagonists just get younger as you go along. So Amuro is 16, Camille is 15. Judo, I don't know why it took me so long. Judo is 14. And then the guy in the kid in Victory Gundam is 12. Which means that by simple math, I'm assuming in F91 he's 13 years old. Unicorn is a parody of Zeta for me, where Aayug are the villains while Titans are the good guys. Ooh. I can see it, because with the Zeon Remnant, I can understand where you're coming from. Let's see here, not that piece. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down there, bucko. This kit's really fun to build when, you know, you're actually building it. When you actually start to build it, it's pretty fun, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I don't know how I painted one of these and not the other, but, you know, whatever. We're probably gonna have to do a little bit of painting at the end of stream just because, well, I have nothing better to do. But that's only if we can get the legs done early. Let's see here. The Federation did not change while Aayug became its lapdogs. So the Reformist Party, so like Aayug was supposed to be a Reformist Party and then when you get what you want, you're supposed to turn into a watchdog party, and they just never... Pretty much AU didn't even get what they wanted in the end, if you think about it. AU just... They were able to show that the Titans were evil, but the Titans were simply said, oh, that's... The Federation just went like, oh, that's not us, we disavow. And it's like, okay, but like, you're not gonna do everything that you're not gonna like, you know, take everything that the Titans did and incorporate it into your like mainline military, are you? And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean we're not going to do? Why wouldn't we do that? And it's like, what do you mean? Why would you just disavowed them? Why would you do it? Because they have cool uniforms? I don't know. Shut up. Shut up. They had cool robots. We're not gonna throw those away. That's your painting is good. Painting is good. Ooh, it was an anti-Earth union, but it was meant to be reformist in a sense. Did it? But sadly, because Gundam is always the storyline of Gundam is always how do things get worse. Nothing can either get good or stay good. Because then Gundam would not have a universe to progress anymore. Everything has to spiral. Char can't get over Lala. He has to be like, nah, she was like the best love I've ever had in my life, and I'll never get over her. You know, like that's just a requirement. So he has to spiral out. He has to crash out so bad he tries to kill all of humanity. It's just what you do. There we go. Sorry, I had the piece on wrong. Strategic goal was to establish the political presence in space colonies. They failed. They were meant to like pretty much do what Zeon tried to do, but not as... Without starting a war, effectively, was the idea. Is that they were trying to get more independence for colonies. And then, in the process, they had to fight against the Titans, which pretty much led to the return of Zeon, and it's a whole clusterfuck. But in the end, the Federation just gets a tighter grip by the end of it, and they get more new toys to blow everyone up with. Bright sold out the AUG for a promotion. Oh, don't say that. I like Bright. Don't say my dude did that. Cheap viewers know. I like soundtracks that have the balls just to say their title in like their main theme. I respect that, chat. I really do. Okay? Welcome, Ricey. Welcome. With Federation failing upwards because kids do. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's the Federation has no reason to win anything. But then the main character ends up siding. But then, you know, a mentally troubled teenager ends up going like, well, I didn't choose to be part of the Federation, but I just ended up being part of the Federation. And I'm the main character, so our side has to win. You know, the Federation just keeps rolling the die. And it's just like, oh yeah, we got another mentally ill kid. Let's go! You gotta think somebody in the Federation has to have noticed, you know? Like, everyone knows Amuro. Everyone knows Camille. I don't know if anyone knows about Judo, but they gotta be noticing. When Unicorn happened, they're noticing. They're purposely leaving the keys in the ignition for the mobile suits. Let's be honest, chat. Okay? Like, in Unicorn, they locked the mobile suit up, and then the dad unlocked it for the kid. And they were like, wait. The problem wasn't the fact that the dad unlocked it. You know, somebody walked into the briefing room and it was like, who the hell locked down the Gundam Unicorn? It's like, what do you mean, sir? That thing cost like $5 trillion. And like, we didn't want it to get stolen like all the other ones. Are you stupid? When those things get stolen, we win wars. You gotta somebody has to have connected the dots at a certain point. They're just like, just keep the keys in the ignition for our experimental doomsday robots. And it's like, Sir, that seems really irresponsible. Don't worry, if a 12-year-old comes and takes it, that just means we're about to get a lot more power and all of our enemies are going to die. Sir, do you understand how insane that sounds? Have you ever read any of the history books? Every war in our timeline has been won by a mentally troubled, like, 14 to 16-year-old. Oh god, you're right, sir. Yeah! So you leave those keys in those ignitions! Oh god. It's even better than the Federation basically tried to kill, imprison every single Gundam protagonist. That's also true. That's true. But that's because they're no longer 14-year-olds, so they have no use to them, okay? They're no longer useful once they're no longer 16, chat. Do not take that, do not clip that out of context. But they're no longer useful, you know? They always get ideas of their own after they're 16, you know? Once they hit 17, you know, they become like Char Aznable. He was like 17 or 18. He was a little hellion, you know? He can't trust that. They need to be like 16 and below, because then they're too stupid to realize they're committing war crimes. And then when they do commit the war crimes, they don't realize that, like, the bad guy is the Federation making them commit the war crimes. They think they're the bad person for doing it, you know? So they're easily manipulated, okay? It's when they get angsty and they get older. You gotta cut them, you gotta imprison them, you gotta get rid of them, okay? Judo going to Jupiter, he was getting away from it. He knew they were gonna try to imprison him. He was too powerful. Gotta want the whole Akatsuki Gundam Zeus silhouette setup. The thing costs a fortune. I'm sorry, when I read Akatsuki, I can only think of Naruto. I'm gonna have to look that up. Because I'm just imagining I'm imagining a black and red Gundam. That's what I'm imagining right now, you know? Maybe with an Obito mask or something. That's all I'm imagining. Okay, I don't even know if it's spelled the same, but Akatsuki? Yeah, from Naruto. What does Akatsuki mean? Meaning. So it will, for most dangerous missions, send our 7-year-olds. Damn right. Let's see here. Dawn or Daybreak? Okay, so the Dawn Gundam goes hard. The Dawn Gundam goes hard, I'm gonna have to say, but the Akatsuki... I know we've looked up the Akatsuki Gundam before. Okay, it's gold. Go figure. I know we've looked it up before, but the problem is Naruto just over... I'm just hearing... Akatsuki. Naruto. That's programming right there. Oh, it is... It's just... What is this? Gundam Seed? It looks like a Gundam Seed design. Is it Gundam Seed? Gundam Seed Destiny. I've not gotten to it yet. But that is literally just Gundam Seed... Hyakushiki. That is just a Gundam Seed Hyakushiki. I love how Gundam Seed in Destiny is just even more flagrant with just the fact that they're just like, yeah, you know what, we're ripping off the Universal Century. We're not reinterpreting it, we're just ripping it off at this point. Because that's what the first half of the like Gundam Seed was just the original Gundam series, one for one, beat for beat, but just worse. Okay? But when they did it with the mobile suits, it was really cool. And it looks like in Gundam Seed Destiny, they're like, okay, rip off the mobile suits, which we're really good at, and then just go ham with the story. And that's why I'm excited to continue Gundam Seed Destiny. Dawn Gundam. It's a good name. Something to do with sunrise. Yes, it is sunrise or daybreak. Do you remember Daybreakers? Do you remember the movie Daybreakers, chat? The movie where it's like vampires took over the world, but then there weren't enough humans to feed all the vampires. And like, what is his name? The Green Goblin was a vampire, but he got flung out of his car and got cured of his vampirism. So then they have to figure out how to cure vampires by like literally just having them burn in the sun for enough time to not die. Like it kills all the like virus, but not the person. And so there's just a sequence in the movie where they're just opening a window, setting a guy on fire, then closing the window. And they're like, "Are you a vampire still?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm still a vampire." "Okay." Open window. Oh! Close window. Are you still a vampire? Yeah, I still want to drink blood. Okay. Open blinds. Close window. How about now? That's a segment of that movie. It's so good. It's so good. Akatsuki is seed. Oh, okay. Well, I could see in the description, but yeah, the design is also Gundam Seed does have its own design language. It's particularly it's like how the vents, it's how the chest is going. It kind of has like I'd say like a fighter crafted chest. It's like the chest of Gundam Seed Gundams. They look more like fighter craft. They look like, you know, a squashed fighter craft. They kind of have like Starscream chests, if you understand what I'm going for. For the reason of peace, a small group must possess all the military might in order to protect the ignorant masses from destroying themselves. This trope happens in Japan way too much. I mean, like, literally, I mean, that's literally how the war got started in Gundam Seed Destiny. They're like, you have a bunch of weapons? That means you're gonna try to control everyone. And it's like, no, that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna want to control everyone just because they're, like, making new mobile suits. It's because, like, all their mobile suits are, like, 5 years old or, like, older. So they need to modernize their military. And it's like, no, modernizing your military, that means you're gonna try to conquer everyone. You're the bad guys. Hoi, Seth! Just got home. I hope you had a good drive. Who's the cute little guy next to you? That's PachyPaul. Ooh, that's my mascot. Also, the dinosaur sleeping on chat is also PachyPaul. Ooh, they're all PachyPauls, you know? I don't really know. I don't know the lore of PachyPaul. I don't know if there's one PachyPaul or if he's like, you know, God and like the Holy Spirit, where like they're one consciousness but like esoteric metaphysics or something. I'm not quite sure. I don't know, but we have pachycephalosaurs. I want to add another pachycephalosaur. I want to see if I can like draw one just like in the upper right hand corner blinking or something. We don't have the model in screen. Wait a minute. I have improved my model. Now I can pout like I'm Pipkin Pippa. I love it, by the way. Look at that. Look at that nice pout. Hold up. Building red. And then model. Yeah. I didn't forget. I just wanted to be more dramatic by like waiting until later in stream to reveal it. So you need the real great Akatsuki Gundam. Man, you guys are like voting and I see it going up and down. I just see it just going grrr. We'll end the poll sooner rather than later. So you need the real great Akatsuki Gundam. Wait. The P Bandai expansion set for it. And the Destiny Gundam plus Zoo silhouette that's like, well, actually, 20,000 isn't. 20,000 sounds like a lot of yen, and it is, but then you have to, like, divide that by 2/3. You have to multiply it by 2/3. You have to divide it by 3, then multiply it by 2. That's how you do it. So 21, 7, 14, so that's $140. That's a lot of money. Oh, literally more expensive than the Strike Freedom. Oh my god. You might be wondering, why do I know the conversion? Why did I finally learn the conversion rate between yen and American dollars? It's because I have discovered how easy it is to use Skeb. I was always afraid to use Skeb because I was like, it is a Japanese website. I do not know what to do. And then a friend was like, this is what you do. It's really simple. And I'm like, oh. And I have a bunch of Skeb commissions now in the process. I just went on and I was like, I have the reason I don't... I was going to buy a booth this month. I was going to buy a booth and a table this month so I could do more spraying, more airbrushing. That's going to have to wait until next month because I spent all of my budget on spraying stuff on Skeb commissions. I was like, oh sweet, I have $200. That $200 is for streams. Fuck it, I'm gonna buy art instead. I'm gonna buy pretty pictures. So I'm gonna have to wait another month. Bright side is, I don't think I have anything else I need to airbrush until next month. No, No, we are not the evil small group with the weapons. We are the good small group with all the weapons. I want to pay his smooth. I want to pay his smooth brain. That's such a wonderful statement. God. You know, honestly, I like to imagine Pachycephalosaurus brains are like raisins. Let me show you. Pachycephalosaurus brain. Because let me show you. That is an awesome perspective of the skull of a Pachycephalosaurus. I need to download that image. That's really cool. I need to download this image too. Pachycephalosaurs have the coolest skulls. They're awesome. Where is brain? There am brain. So this is a Pachycephalosaur skull. Real talk. Built different. Look, that's the brain. That's my brain, chat. Look at all that bone, you know? Ooh, it's like a dried up raisin. It's atrophied, you know? Don't think, just do. Do it! Headstrong, I'll take you on. I have a 12-inch skull. So I have a 12-inch cranium, and my head is only 10 inches tall, chat. Don't ask how it works, I don't know. Derek. Ooh, oh god. One problem I have with interacting with Japanese community is that they usually equates the morality to legality. Amuro's VA kept his role because cheating isn't against. That is actually an interesting thing with the Japanese. Ooh. Where they're very much a... Would hierarchical people be correct? Ooh. But that can also be true for a lot of people, though, where people will just... That's actually kind of a universal trait, though. People will justify things. It's like, well, they didn't commit a crime, therefore what they did isn't bad. And it's like, adultery is not a crime in a lot of places. But that doesn't mean it's a good thing. You know, tripping somebody, you know, like, you're not gonna get charged for like, assault if you trip somebody. But if they fall down and break their nose, you're still an asshole. But some lady in Power Rangers Kamen Rider series got deleted off the face of the earth for drinking at 20 years old. I didn't know that Japan had those drinking laws. I thought Japan was like Europe, where like you hit 16 years old and it's just like, let's fucking go. You know, you hit 16 or 14 years old in Europe and it's just like, time to drink. In America, it used to be 18, but then the federal government was like, okay, we can't tell you to raise it to 21. Like, the federal government cannot raise the drinking age to 21, which might make you wonder why every state in the country has the federal drinking age of 21. And that's because the federal government went like, states, you rely on the federal government for funding to repair your roads. If you don't raise the drinking age to 21, we won't give you the money to repair your roads. And honestly, I don't see what the point is, considering the roads still are shit. I don't see what we gained out of it outside of less of a fun time. Amuro is fully back, by the way. Your brain big, wrinkled, and weak. My brain small, smooth, and armored. Yes! Yes! I'm gonna fucking steal that. Ooh, the armored part. Ooh, I love that. My brain small, smooth, and armored. Ready to go. Nothing's getting through this skull, chat. I actually would wonder, what caliber of gun would you have to use to get through a Pachycephalosaur skull? Because, Kentucky Ballistics... I might have to turn down the music a little. Because Kentucky Ballistics did, like, a video where he shot a Tyrannosaur skull. That might be something fun to watch. Ooh, maybe we can watch it with CL tomorrow. Ooh, I don't know if she's seen it. We're both dinosaurs. We'd like it. I saw crows today! Head not empty, head full of bone. I saw crows today. There was a black chicken and a bunch of crows. I can't show you a picture because I'm super paranoid about getting doxxed. So like, if there's anything in the background where I'm like, you could technically, like, there's a building in the background, it's like you could use that building to figure out where I live. And it's just like, you think people are gonna be that autistic? It's the internet. Yes, they will be. But they're in the backyard chat. There were like a bunch of iridescent crows, beautiful, beautiful birds. They had like, they were like those crows that like when they like look around, like they shine blue and like purple. Absolutely beautiful. I loved them. But there was also, they were like just eating bugs off the ground. And for some reason there was just a big black cock with them. I don't know why there was a big black cock, but there was. It was just, I don't know. There's just a rooster just hanging out eating with them for some reason. And I don't even know where it came from. It might have come from the neighbors or something, but it was just hanging out with the corvids. I wonder if the ravens were just like, oh dude, he's like us but really big, you know, he's our friend. I wonder if the hen was like, not the hen, if the rooster was like, oh, they're like me but really small, they're my friends now. I don't know, you know, birds are kind of an enigma to me. Ooh. You know, they got small brains like me, but they're like they're really packed full of neurons, you know? It's really complicated. Birds are kind of smart, you know, nerds really, you know? You call them birds, I call them nerds, Chad, okay? They're like, you know, all the dinosaurs, you know, they're settled, you know, we're gonna walk on the ground, you know, like God intended. And then the birds were like, no, I'm going to learn aerodynamics and going to be the first, you know, vertebrate to fly. And it's like, pterosaurs learned to fly before you. And they're like, I'm going to be the first archosaur. Pterosaurs are archosaurs. I'm going to be the first dinosaur to fly. Cool. There was technically a dinosaur before you that did have powered flight. But anyways. But, you know, we don't call them birds, we call them nerds. Crows? Ooh. Oh, yeah, I don't know if they're crows or ravens. I don't really know what the difference is. I don't know if it's like a turtle and tortoise thing where like all ravens are crows or if all crows are ravens. One of them had to come before the other, so by taxonomy, one has to be true. So whichever one is older. It's weird, obviously drinking underage is bad, but if you doing it a few months away from your legal age, it can't be that bad. In America, fun fact, you can drink under parental supervision. If you are 18 years old, you can drink in most states if your parent accompanies you. So this means that, like, you know, if you're just in the backyard with like, and this is literally why it was done, is like if you're just in the backyard doing a barbecue, you know, your dad can throw you a beer if you're like 20 years old and be like, here's your first beer, son. Let's fucking go. I wonder if there's also a law for that, for smoking, because in a lot of traditions in the Midwest, when you graduate high school, you smoke a cigar. You don't smoke a cigar ever again, but like in the Midwest, it's a big thing where you smoke cigars in celebration. My dad, for example, whenever Tennessee beats Alabama, he literally goes out, buys a cigar, and smokes it. He just goes onto the porch and just... Man doesn't smoke at all. Man didn't smoke for 15 years, okay? Because, you know, Tennessee didn't beat Alabama. But Tennessee beat Alabama after 15 years of getting their ass whooped. And he literally, it was late, and he's like, do you think the liquor store sells, and he literally just turned to me and is like, do you think the liquor store sells cigars? And I'm like, probably. Do you think they're still open? I don't know. And we just left because we were watching the game together, and he just left, came back with a cigar and was like, and it's like, he just walked back in, then walked back out and just started smoking the cigar. He's like, do you have any, what is it? He asked me if I had any, matches. And I was like, Yes, and he was like, no, don't worry. I just went out to the grill and just started the grill and lit it off the grill, and it's like, this'll do. He was so happy. Out of a, like, 20-inch. Ooh. Oh, God. They back tip, 20, like, 20 to 23, that's just, wait, that's not half. That's not half. That's not 1/2. What is that? Because if it was 1/2, it would be... Let me do the math. It would be 200. 1/2 of 556 is 278? 278, right? Ooh. Ravens are much bigger than crows, and that's all I know. I know magpies are corvids, and they are evil. And the tortoise have toes and can swim and cannot swim, while turtles, those have flippers instead of feet. Turtles evolved before tortoises, and tortoises evolved from turtles, so all tortoises are turtles. Ooh, that's what I know. Tortoises are the ones that walk around and like go when they reproduce, with their incredibly massive members. You will have nightmares if you ever see what a tortoise's member looks like. It is a nightmare, and it doesn't matter how big they are. The smallest tortoise and the biggest tortoise, they all, when they reproduce, they go they all make that sound. It's the same pitch, it's the same sound, it's the same volume. I don't know why. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And you will never forget it. Check Stramtech. Give me 1 minute. Oh, God. Now that's smoking with purpose. Yes. Let's see. Oh. Well, you said slash, so that's a fraction in my brain. They are kind of interchangeable, so I typed it out like that. Okay. I don't know the specifics myself either. They are adorable, though. They're adorable until they start reproducing. I know that a tortoise that has like pyramids on its back is an unhealthy tortoise, because if it has pyramids on its back and it doesn't have a smooth shell, that actually means it's not getting enough nutrition. Cram talk. Oh, American crow, common raven, straight beak, generally smaller. I didn't have any like ravens to compare these to. I just had a big cock. Slight point on beak, nasal feathers extend. I didn't get. Hold up. I'm gonna look up the pic. I took a bunch of pictures. They were really far away. Look at this thing. Look how beautiful it is. I can show you this. Look at that thing. That's fucking beautiful. It has like a blue head. Look at that thing. That's beautiful. Hold up. There's the big black cock. There he is. Again, I don't know why he was hanging out with the raven, with the crows, but he was. Ooh. Oh wait, this is a really good picture. That's a crow. That's 100% a crow. That is not a raven. That is a crow. That is 100% a crow. Ooh. It does not look... You can tell it's a crow and not a raven because it does not look nearly enough like an asshole. It does not look like it's going... It looks like it can be resentful and hateful, but it does not look like it's going to, like, literally cause a blood feud with your entire family line for the slightest issue. Ravens go hard. That's one cocky SOB. Oh, the blue hair, the blue feathers. Even my crows are woke. Good catch, Ricey. They're gonna start talking to me about the most posh shit. None of it's gonna be based. Let's see here, and again, I don't even know what I have cut out for this and what I don't. So let's see here. I always knew birds were feds. I mean, birds aren't real. I mean, we all already knew that. I mean, you know, they died with the dinosaurs. They were just made by the governments of the world to, you know, surveil people. Birds aren't real. Okay, that's concerning. I have one of these, and I know I need two of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bag these parts up, and I'm going to build the feet, which looks like what I'm supposed to be doing anyways, just because I know I have the pieces for that. It appears I might be missing a piece. Oh, no, it's right here. It was just inside of this other piece, and it's not painted. Why do I just have, like, half the pieces I need painted and the other half aren't? How did I even do that? I'm glowing with... glowing... See, Ellie, you're glowing. Thank you. No, I don't mean in the good way. You're absolutely glowing. You know, I remember back when glowing was a compliment. When if somebody said you're glowing, it was a compliment. Now it's just like, you're glowing. What does that mean? It means you either sound like you walked out of Uncle Ted's cabin, or you're pretending that you walked out of his cabin. Either way, I don't know if I can trust you. Let's see here. I need the palette, so I'm not going to look at chat for a minute while I'm looking for the palette, so don't be naughty. Don't be naughty, PachyPaul's and Dino Bros. Well, I need the palette if I'm going to paint today. And I can't paint on the Tomoe map, but... I have a backup palette, but I don't want to get it out. Because the backup palette is too big to put in a bag, so it's just... That paint will be gone after stream, no matter how much or little I use, is the problem. I have Dale Gribble skepticism. So you have healthy skepticism, is what I'm hearing. Oh wait, I have a better palette. I have a wet palette that I have not used in like half a year. So it's now a dry palette. Let's see here. Snitch with wings, exactly. That's why they call them stool pigeons, chat. Okay? Coincidence? I think not. Okay, we're gonna have to... I'm sorry, Tomoe. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to get rid of the Tomoe mat. Oh, God. We're gonna have to... Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh, the humanity! Not the Tomoe mat. But we can't risk getting paint on it, chat. It's too risky. We can't dirty my Kamiyoshi. It's not worth it. Bring back the horse now. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% real with you, chat. If Phase Connect released like vinyl mats like that, I would order 2 Pippa mats. I would order 1 Pippa mat to stay clean and the other Pippa mat to paint over and just let it just become ruined. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think it's what she'd want. I think it's what she'd... Oh, I need to end the poll. It's definitely been long enough to end the poll. It's been an hour! That's bad, actually. Because we are not making a lot of progress. What do you mean? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I'm juggling the chats a little differently today. I'm hoping to get restream, end poll. You need a Jerry mat? Oh, jelly, very cool. There's a lot of phase members I need to watch more, but then there's also like people who are like my size I need to watch so I can know if I should reach out to them. And like then I need to edit stuff and draw and read and have my own personal life. It's wonderful. More war crimes. Okay. Okay, I'll find people just to summarily execute for like each Gunpla review. I love the pouty face. I absolutely love the pouty face. It's adorable. And when I get a proper model, I'm gonna have to learn how to animate a pouty face like this for him. Because I absolutely love it. Let's see here. Make me laugh more. Oh. Okay. And take time. Okay, so in all honesty, what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and I don't know if I'm going to do this for the Danan Gay or for the kit after it, and I don't know what I'm going to review after the Danan Gay. I'm probably not going to review the... What are you? So honestly, the next review, I don't think the next review is going to be until the Efreet Noct, in all honesty. Which you might be like, you haven't even started the Efreet Noct. I know. Actually, wait, no, this guy might be the next review, now that I think about it. I just don't think I'm going to review the... This guy, like, I have a lot of interest in. I'm like, ooh, this is really interesting. Like, how you approach painting him in subtle ways, I find very neat. While with the... Where are you? The Dom, the Rick Dom, the issue with the Rick Dom is that just, I'm not as confident about it as I am with what I'm doing with this kit. It's just that simple. The Danan, what Danan Gay? It's fabulous. But for the videos, what I plan to do in the future is, I said this at the start of stream, but a lot of you weren't here, so I'll say it again. Sorry, I was checking that piece. Ooh, wait a minute. I should have painted this part. I should have painted this part bronze. That would have gone hard if I had painted that part bronze. So I need to disassemble this and just paint a bunch of this. Ooh. Oh, I'm appreciating that. I can paint certain parts silver and whatnot. The poop moodle kits Bandai made are 90% sale since no one's buying it. Should have stick with a Gunpla to make my head. Ooh, suffering. Also, I just want to ask something. For the pinned comment, where is the pinned comment for you? Because, like, I have two chats open right now, because I have one just, with, OBS. But, like, the pinned comment is at the top of chat for OBS, but then on YouTube, the pinned comment is at the bottom of chat, and it's really throwing me off. But, the pinned comment is about the video that was released, and so what the plan is to make very quick, like, mini reviews that are highly edited, and just, like, tell about the experience of it. Get out, maybe, posability, size comparisons, and make some yucks along the way, and have some quick, fun edits. About the kit, its lore, you know, I don't know, for, like, the police Zaku, like, make jokes about Detroit or something, you know? Make a Derek Chauvin joke, you know, be topical with it. You know, get canceled, why not? I don't know. You know, just piss everyone off. While with the videos will be more like laid back and just still joking and yucking, but more talking about like the experience and how I messed up on building it, the things I'm happy that I did with it, the things that I'm not so happy I did with it. I think that's what Zaku Aurelius does. I don't really watch a lot of his content, so I can't say for sure. But be more casual about it and talk more about the building experience. Ooh. Instead of, so have short videos to talk about the model itself, and then longer videos talking about the build experience. I think that'll go nicely. I'm just filling this up with water real quick. Top the chat window like always. Okay, so it's just, for some reason on YouTube, it's just showing me at the bottom for some reason. I don't know why. It hasn't done that before. Ooh, it's pinned at the bottom for me, and I don't know why, because I know, like, I'm the host, so, like, maybe it's showing it differently for me as the host. but it's never shown it differently for, like, before. This is so... This sponge is so dry. I'm just pouring so... I don't know if you can see how much water I'm pouring in, but, like, I'm pouring so much, and, like, it's getting over here, but, like, right here, it's still rock hard, man. It's still Dwayne The Rock Johnson over here. It's bad. Oh. I'm just gonna... it's, like, completely dried out. Oh, my God, dude. It is drier than a woman after I try to hit on her, man. There is this, it is pure traction. Oh my God, it is 100% friction. Oh God, suffering. Check Stream Talk, I posted my attempt at making Gundam Godzilla kit. Oh, the Trojan, the black Trojan. Let's see here. Taking out the parts to repair is suffering. Oh God. Yes, yes. Ooh. Disassembling a Gunpla because you don't know what you did. We have, you know what? Okay. Okay. So, this is the Black Trojan Horse Gundam. It costs $55 on eBay. That's what it looks like. Okay. But K's was like, fuck it. We have Gundam at home. And so he made this. He made Godzilla Gundam at home. I think he did a pretty good job at it, to be honest. I feel like maybe you should put like an Ava head on it. You'd have to paint it, of course. But if you put like an Ava unit, whatever the purple one is, the one with the Joker colors, I'm the Joker, baby. But if you put that, if you repaint the head of the Ava and put the V-fin on it, I think you could have, I think you might have the perfect gun, you might have the perfect Godzilla Gundam at home, in all honesty. Ooh. If you get, I think this is this a master grade? This is a high grade. It looks, I don't know. No, that's a real grade. Okay, that's the real grade. So, I would say get the, is there a real grade Epion? Yes, get the real grade Epion and use its tail for the tail of this. If you get the real grade Epion, you can use it for the tail, because I don't know anything else you could really use for a tail. It wouldn't be perfect, but it would be a good start. Okay, so you get like a real grade Ava, you repaint its head. You can have a, we I'm getting too intense into this, but it is very fun giving the bestial demon legs to the Gundam. That is delightful. Ooh, that is wonderful. I need to find a way to make an articulate tail. Ooh. Again, the Epion seems like the easiest way, but it wouldn't be the most fitting way. Apparently some Chinese studio is making 1/100 size real grade Zeong. Okay, about time, since Bandai refuses to restock the thing. I have a real grade Zeong. It was everywhere in America a few years ago, like 2 years ago. Ooh, I still need to build it. Give me 1 minute. Do they even have a 2.0 master grade Zeong? Because there's the real grade, but I don't even know if there's a 2.0 Zeong. It doesn't look like a 2.0, I'll tell you that right now. The box art, that's 1.0 box art. That's some 1.0 ass box art. That shit's like from the 90s. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Okay, hold up. Gundam Wiki 2002. Oof. 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 Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Zeong getting no love, apparently. I just hope the 100 Zeong just looks like the normal real grade Zeong. That would be nice. I need to find a way to make... Okay, I'm articulate. So, summer is my kit bashing season. Ooh. Why summer in particular? You get a good rainfall? Windfall, sorry. Windfall, not rainfall. You get rainfall in fucking spring. That's monsoon season. The Baoku model is the company that's making the upscaled... Oh. Well. A Baoku. That... How do they get these names? You know, there's plagiarism, and then there's this going like, no, it is gonna, you know... A lot of times you have, you know, Chinese companies like, here's Magic Star of Peace Leader Man. And then you just have other Chinese companies that are just like, yeah, we are Neo Zeon, the Gunpla, like, not Gunpla, you know? We are Neo Zeon, but we spelled Zeon with an I, so we're Neo Zion. We are... Can we also acknowledge that the space Germans are called Zeon? Can we acknowledge that for one moment, and how it literally is about how, like, it's any faction of how Zeon isn't just one force, and how to make sure that Zeon wasn't just space Nazis, they named Zeon Zion? Can we fucking acknowledge that for a moment? I wish I had the balls to do something like that. Let's see here. No, Zeong is just, yeah, 1.0. I saw a real grade Zeong just now. Definitely gonna buy it. Oh, yeah. It's a big box. I want to build it. It's just there's so much in the backlog, and we can't be the next thing on it because the next pull is almost certainly going to be the master grade Kai pull. Verka, not Kai, Verka pull. So there ain't no way, chat, ain't no how that we're gonna be building the Zeong anytime soon. Maybe we can build it for New Year's, because, you know, like, we're not building it anytime soon. So, like, New Year's could be soon enough, you know? We might get to it by New Year's, you know, because, you know, the war ends on, like, January 3rd. It would be poetic. That'd be recent. There are certain, in VTubing and streaming in general, there's so much of it where you're just like, ah, yes, let me plan something, you know? And then whenever you plan things, you always end up planning things at least 2 months out. Because ain't no way you're gonna be able to do anything, like, the next week. Maybe if you call up a friend and you're like, you wanna hang out? Then you can do it. But if you're like, oh, I gotta do, like, things, you gotta get art for it, you gotta get assets, you gotta do all sorts of things, or you look like a bum. And nobody wants to watch a bum, except to laugh at him. But the thing is, people want to laugh at the people like Darkside Phil, who rose to the top and somehow keep falling lower and lower, and you're like, surely they'll hit rock bottom. And it's like, dude, they hit rock bottom 5 years ago, and you're like, where are they now? Dude, they're on their way to the center of the earth. They ain't stopping. They're getting speed, dude. Boogie 1, 2, whatever his numbers are, he's accelerating, dude. He's getting closer to the core, okay? He's approaching light speed. Okay, this is a guy who hit rock bottom, and then he kept going, okay? He hit rock bottom before he faked having cancer. Think about that. Faking cancer is where that's most people's rock bottom. Boogie, he still has ways to go. How does he do it? I don't know. Zeong is a favorite mobile suit. It's good. I like the perfect Zeon just because it's not for any reason more than the fact that seeing the Zeong with legs is really funny. It's like when you see Leela from Futurama with 2 eyes, you're like, wait, that's not right. It looks uncanny because you're so familiar with it not having what it should have. I can blame the heat if I make cursed kit bash. That's fair. That's fair. Don't take responsibility, chat. Blame everyone else. You're gold. I don't know where my bronze is, chat. I can't be bronzing, chat. I can't get a good bronze on. That's a Pokemon. And I'm upset about that I didn't mean to make that pun. I have no idea what any of my paints are. So I don't know if I can paint today. I don't know where my palette is. I don't know where my paints are. Are you my paints? Oh, there are my paints. I found them. They were under a box. Go figure, like everything. They try to hide from me, try to get away from me. They cannot escape. Nothing can escape my vision. Okay, I'm doing stuff, we're doing things. I love the little pout, it's so adorable looking. Technically, they all worship the same god. Ooh, wait. We are the chosen tribe. They all worship the same. Okay, okay. Boogie took a drill like Simon from Gurren Lagann and kept digging himself. Yeah, he is the opposite of Gurren Lagann, where, you know, it's like you use the drill to pierce the heavens. Meanwhile, Boogie's like, that's stupid. Drills you use to dig, and I'm gonna go deeper than any man has gone before. You gotta have goals, but you know, just having a goal, you know, they always say, like, have a goal. What they forget to tell you is make sure that goal is a good goal. Because Boogie literally looks back at his cancer scare, and he's like, with his fake cancer, when he faked having cancer, and he's like, oh, guys, that was like such a high point for us. He looks at faking cancer as a high point. That, like, guys, how can we get that attention again, like when I faked having cancer? He's literally, that is unironically something Boogie was, like, said, like, a few months ago. That's insane to me. Somebody going, guys, how do we get back to, like, you know, scamming people out of money by pretending I had cancer? That was such a high point in my career. Like, how far do you have to fall to say that's a high point? It's insane. Censored message? Okay, I'll open stream chat. Is it because you said the J word? Use Hebrews instead. Can we just talk about something real quick that is a little bit touchy, but it's really weird? And that is how if you say Jews, it's completely fine. But if you say Jew, it's bad. And that's really confusing to me. Because, like, well, I guess it's not that confusing, because it's how English works. You know, it's like if you say, like, look at all these black people, not a problem. But if you say, look at all these blacks, that's not okay. Just like, hey, so, like, look at all these Jewish folk, fine. Look at all the Jews, very different tone. English is a very nuanced language, where you can say almost the exact same thing, but if you say it slightly differently, it's not a slur, but it's like dancing on that tightrope. English is very weird. Here's an idea. Islam, Christianity, and Judaism should combine to create a super religion and destroy all the non-believers. Sadly, that can't happen because all the Jews are like, don't believe in the Messiah. Like, literally, definitionally, to be a Jew at this point, it's not simply believing in Yahweh. It is as much the Jewish identity to not believe Jesus is the Messiah. Though there are Messianic Jews, don't ask. I don't understand them. I don't get it. There are Jews that believe Jesus was the Messiah. No, we're not getting into that because I don't understand it. Because at that point, aren't you just a Christian? No, they're still Jews. Fuck it, whatever. I can't explain it. But, you know, their whole thing is like, no, Jesus wasn't the Messiah. And then Jesus, a big thing with Jesus is that... well, he was not only the Son of God, but was God. And Muslims are like, no, Jesus was a prophet, but not the Son of God. So they also reject the idea of the Messiah as well. Actually, I don't know if they reject the Messiah or just the Trinity, but you need to believe in the Trinity for Christianity. Like, there's a lot more reasons why that won't work, but you honestly, like, you can't be like Christianity, join back up with, like, Judaism, when literally we got Protestants right now, okay? Listen, we got a bunch of people who are like, tithes are who are like, you know, religious taxes are bullshit, tithes are bullshit. I'm gonna go make my own church with blackjack and hookers. And then none of them agreed upon anything. All the Protestants during the Protestant Reformation came together and was like, guys, let's make a new Protestant church. And then they're like, okay, guys, you know, like, what's this? And they all agreed on everything. Then they got to the Eucharist, and they're like, okay, guys, the Eucharist, you know, the body and blood of Christ. And then one of them went like, yeah, metaphorically. And then the other ones were like, metaphorically. And then they're like, another guy's like, yeah, metaphorically, don't you mean symbolically? And it's like, symbolically? And then the other one... Oh god, you can figure out what denomination of Christian somebody is by their belief in the Eucharist, and this is not a joke. If somebody believes that the Eucharist is literally the body and blood of Jesus Christ and that they are committing cannibalism when they eat it, JK, that's a Catholic. If they believe that the body and blood of Christ, that when it is blessed for the ceremony, it becomes the body and blood of Christ, but then afterwards it returns to being bread, they're a Lutheran. If they believe it's just like, it's just symbolic, bro, and it has no real meaning, past like symbolism and metaphor, my dude, they're a Baptist, fuck them. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. I loved watching Medicare call his ass out. Medicare... Oh my god, I saw Matt Jarbo, the Boulder King. I have a bookmark on Twitter about him. He tried to call out Wendigoon, because Wendigoon pretty much explained why AI isn't art. Because in his most recent video about the Angel Engine, and it's actually a really good... I'm very ambivalent towards, like, AI, but... Wendigoon pretty much made an excellent point on how AI is not... It's not art, and you're not entitled to be an artist. You have to work to be an artist. So saying it democratizes art, no. It doesn't democratize art any more than the printing press democratized, you know, being a writer. You still had to learn how to write. You still had to have the skill yourself to be a novelist. But Matt Jarbo, of course, you know, wanted to tune in. And if you don't know who Matt Jarbo is, his name was Mundane Matt. He was, like, part of Gamergate and whatnot. He's one of the ones who crashed out. And I watched live, chat. This was an amazing event. I'm going to catch up to chat, but I'm going to tell you, I watched it will happen live when Mr. Medicare destroyed Mundane Matt. Oh my god. It's nice knowing you, Seth. YouTube is definitely gonna get you. Oh, they're gonna get me. Listen, whenever I get a video that does really well, YouTube, because I don't release videos regularly enough, YouTube always gets super suspicious when I get like a really good video. So last week's video did so well, YouTube isn't promoting me algorithmically at all right now, because they think that I cheated, because it's like, oh hey, you get like you get a few dozen views of video stream, and then you get and then you release a short last week, and that short got 7,400 views, and that's the most I've ever gotten on any short. It got 100 likes, which is the most likes I've ever gotten on anything, and YouTube is like, it's not that, you know, not that he got like a baby viral, that he got a really successful short. He must have been cheating, so they're all restricting me in the algorithm again. They go like, hold up, wait a minute. It's the meme where like Darkseid grabs Superman's cape. It's that meme. Whenever I release a short that does really well, YouTube just grabs my cape and is like, whoa, where do you think you're going, buddy? You think you're gonna grow 2 weeks in a row? No, you don't. No, you don't. We need to look into this shit. And it's my own fault because I don't release video content enough. It's my own fault. It's not YouTube. YouTube is making sure I'm not botting, is all they're doing. And so because it's not normal, because normally people upload in a regular basis, but I'm schizophrenic, so I'm like, I'm not gonna upload, and then I'm gonna upload a bunch of stuff, then I'm gonna upload nothing, because I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. I don't believe in Jesus, but he believes in you. Ooh. Even though I cannot love the Father without loving the Son. Ooh. Even though you cannot love the Father without loving the Son. Let's see here. He got caught false flagging. Yes, thank you for bringing it back to Mundane Matt. Yes, I was there live when Mr. Medicare told Mundane Matt to just bring up the reports that because like all your reports you do on YouTube are archived. YouTube archives all of your reports, and you have access to every report you've ever made. So Mr. Mediker just said, bring up your report list. And for like half an hour, Mundane Matt just wouldn't do it. He would like, he'd just say things to try to like deflect or change the topic. And Mr. Medico was just like, just bring up the list, dude. Just bring it to share the page of all the people you've ever blocked, because it should be empty. You know, if you've never reported anyone, it should be empty. Or if you have reported people, you should have an explanation. And he started talking about how like he was like how he went to like a quarry to get boulders with his daughter or something. Like he just started like just saying random things to change the topic, which is where the term Boulder King comes from. Because again, he just started talking about like, oh, like I had to, earlier today I was actually, you know, had to go to the quarry with my daughter to get rocks, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And after like, it was over half an hour. It was like 40 minutes of just trying everything to not show it. He finally shows it, and it's just like an endless list of him just reporting everyone who he doesn't like. If you left a comment on one of his videos that he didn't like, that he did not like the look of that comment, he reported you. He reported everyone. He would report people for the slightest thing. He was just going around just reporting everyone imaginable, and it just absolutely destroyed it, because as it should, it destroyed his credibility. Ooh. Like, it was insane to see, though. Ooh. But also, like, you knew he was guilty because how he's just, like, trying to buy time. He's trying to, like, do anything but show it. It was a wild experience. But, I put it back in the bag. So which bag is it in? It's in this bag. I need to get out the part that I said that I had not painted. It's like this part, but different. It's like this part, but not painted. There it is. It's this piece. And it's panel lined. Okay. Oh, I see how I painted it. I panel lined it, and then I did not paint inside of it. I just let the panel lining stick there as a darker area. What? Here. To save me time. Okay, let's put that there to dry. Let's get this bronze on. Is bronze on like the blue one? Is bronze on the blue Pokemon that's like a stop sign? Ooh, an octagon? I know, I took geometry class. I know my shapes. My favorite one is the sextagon. You call it like a hexagon because you're lame, okay? Back in my day, 70 million years ago, they were called sexagons because we weren't afraid, chat. We weren't cowards to say the word. Let's see here. I'm itching. Bronzor. I was pretty close. It was bronze. Ooh, I'm gonna catch a Bronzor and name it Bronzon. So that way I'm right by technicality. Because then there will be a Pokemon named Bronzon. Have you thought about that? How do you know I didn't catch a Bronzor and name it Bronzon? You don't. You don't know that I didn't do that. So then maybe there is a Pokemon called Bronzor, and he's in my Pokemon, and he's in my, like, box. He's just in my Pokebox. Forever alone. Ooh. Yeah, looky! The bronze looks so good. It is probably one of my favorite paints. Ooh. It is really hard not to use it more than I already do, in all honesty. It is that good of a paint. It goes on really well. It actually doesn't really chip, that much, in all honesty. Steel chips more than it does. One of the worst paint for chipping, I'll tell you right now. I've said this in the past, but the worst paint for chipping is khaki so far. This stuff will chip while it's still wet. You might be like, how does it do that? I don't know. I've never encountered a paint that can chip while it is wet outside of khaki. I don't know how it does it. It is awful. It looks great though when it goes on something though. When it's not chipping, it looks amazing. I mean, these are all the brown you see on this is khaki. Looks amazing once you have it on. Ooh, I need to add a top coat, but it looks phenomenal. It's just that I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of little chips on the shoulder straps. It is it is not a forgiving paint. Let's see here. Okay. These Hobby Lobby. Ooh. I really need to get better versions of these, because these ones from Hobby Lobby, they just break so easily. Like, they are barely secure on the sticks. Okay. I don't know what Mr. Medicare is up to now. I mean, I follow him on, like, the Twitter. But, like, he's actually just dying. And I don't know how he's still alive. Like, this man is, like, alive for the love of the game. Everyone else, I honestly think the only reason he's not dead is because there's so many people who want him dead. There are so many people, he has so many antis and so many haters that I think he just thinks it's funny that he's not dead. And therefore, every day that he's alive, he has a little bit of hope that he can live the next day and make them seethe all the more, because it's really funny. They don't make people like him no more. He's literally from, like, the old internet. And when I say the old internet, I don't mean, like, the 2010s. I mean, this guy was, like, forged in the internet of, like, the early 2000s, where everywhere was some level of 4chan in a way, where you know, wherever you were, you'd be called what you were, you know. You'd get if you came in and you tried to, like, you know, push any kind of messaging, they'd be like, shut the hell up, we're talking about, like, Gundams, what are you doing talking about politics, leave. And then they'd call you just the most awful things. They'd call you insults that you didn't even learn. They'd have to open up a dictionary because you know you're supposed to be offended, but you never heard anyone use that word in your entire life. He comes from that age of the internet where it's just it's super caustic, but also take no shit from anyone. And to this day, he still trolls with the best of them. He still rage baits like no one else. He's next level. And he'll do it while making a good point, which is what is especially infuriating. He won't only make fun of you, but he'll also dismantle your entire worldview while he does it. And it's like, wow. I don't agree with you, like, on everything. There's a lot of things I disagree with you on, but, like, I gotta respect the game. I gotta respect the game, dude. Is watching Black Knight video I sent in Gunpla and Model fine with Gunpla and Model, I'm sure. Gunpla and Model? I don't see it. Wait. How long ago did he send it? Cause wait, you sent in Gunpla and Model. I am in Gunpla and Model. I've scrolled back to, like, last month, and I am not seeing a Black Knight video. Was it in Gunpowder Models or a different one? I don't see it. Oh wait. What's this? Oh. That's not it. I ain't seeing it. Ooh, my apologies. Let's see here. I don't think that was on camera. It kind of was. Okay. We have those painted. What? Actually, I want to check my bookmarks. Should be visible now. Oh my god, why does Hank always make... I know why. I actually remember the origin of this, and this is us... Ooh, somebody gave Pippa a tan in a piece of fan art, and she responded with, "Why am I brown?" in the fan art. And since then, a fun thing to do is just whenever you draw Pippa, just always make an alternate version of her where she has a tan. But there's a blessed be your day. Here is a nice brown bunny. Should be visible now. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I see. I don't know why, but it wasn't coming. I was looking for like a preview image. I need to check the Discord settings because there should be preview images when you share a video from YouTube, but I'm not seeing it, so I'm gonna need to go. Okay. Discord embedded links setting. So I'm not seeing your embedded links is the problem. And that's... Now that should be... I don't see why this would be copyrighted. There's a lot of things that would be, but this doesn't seem like it would be one of them. So... What are they doing here? Looks like it's a review. Oh, it's a custom work on the, on it. Yeah, but I'll put it here for the moment. I won't leave it there, but I'll put it here for the moment. Ooh. I don't know if we'll watch it, but... See here. And then this needs to be painted, and this needs to be painted. It looks like they did some custom work of their own on it. Looks like they even did some panel lining from later on in the video. Probably just Discord fucks up every now and then, and happens. Well, somebody else I saw, their video also didn't get linked. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. So it's happened not only to you, but to another person's comment. But looks like it's... I'm gonna skip through it. Yeah, he panel lines it. That is the best way to do panel lining. Using tape to, you know, use as a ruler. That's a good way to do it. I'm sure there's some insane people who do freehand, but... Oh my goodness, is that Gold Leaf? That looks like it's Gold Leaf, which is just going next level. Yeah, that's gold. That looks good, though. That looks really good. I'm sorry that it's on camera right now. Hold up. Okay, wait. Give me one moment. It's quite long. Just skip to the end. I wanna... I don't want to skip to the end. That's the problem. let me go to karaoke. Let's see. General? No. Gunpla and models? Okay, thank you for being very loud. That is very cool of you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being very loud. Brave, Gunpla, no, Brave... This one? Is that right? No, that's chat. Hey, chat, you were on stream for a second. Brave... Brave... Ah, here it is. Oh, there it is. But, no, I don't want it the whole screen. I just want it to take up part of the screen. Give me 1 second. Okay. But yeah, it looks like he's, like, gold-leafed it and whatnot, which is just really impressive. Ooh. And it looks, as I said, it looks amazing. Here. Just masking, if you recall, since there's, seam lines on the shoulders, so... Are there... But they're definitely adding new seam lines, because there is a seam line here, which I should fill in myself. But he was adding a seam line right here as well, and that's new. This is completely smooth right here. Ooh. So he is deepening the ones that are already there, it looks like, but he's also... Yeah, you can see right there, that there's nothing there. He's adding to it there. I have it in, like, the worst... I have it on the monitor that I have to look the farthest away from. And get a pouty face when I look at it. I'm just so happy that I finally... That my model, because I adjusted the settings on it, that I can finally have, like, an expressive mouth on my model. So I can pout. It's so minor, but I'm so happy about it. It's actually a holdover from the old Mary model. The Mary model had like really weird tracking. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I had to use like a certain program to like for the tracking. That was actually like it was good for the model, but it was worse for every other model that I used. And I was too lazy to switch between them on the fly. What's he doing now? Oh, he added some off-white. Oh, that looks really good. Well, yeah, I mean, you're supposed to assemble those in a different order. Oh, he's... Ooh. What are you doing? What are you doing, Magic Man? Okay. He's using magnets? What is this, 40K? What is this, a 40K miniature? I'm sure, like, the white is going to look amazing, because look how... I mean, just look at the gloss on it when he initially sprays it. He's going at it. Okay, so he primed it first with black. Okay, so it wasn't gold leaf, it's just spray. I thought it was gold leaf because I thought he was like peeling off excess in this part. No, he just based it first. Oh, that's actually that looks good. I should base my kits, but I don't have a booth yet, so I can't do basing until I get a kit, until I get a booth. Oh, UV light. You gotta make sure you wear glasses when you got UV light on, or else you could hurt your eyes. 1 minute. What's he doing? What's he doing? What are you doing? You're making the claws sharp? I'm gonna skip ahead a little. I mean, it's impressive stuff. It's What's he doing there? Adding something? What are you adding? What is he doing? Oh, he added like a little vernier. He added a little nubbin. He gave it a nipple on its leg. What's that? What are you doing now? More panel lining? Okay, more panel lining. Is he just using like an X-Acto blade to panel line? Is that what he's doing? Sorry that it's so small, but it's small partially out of concerns for copyright. I don't know. This is like a YouTube video, so it should be completely safe. Also, I still want to be building while this is happening. So let me look at what we need to get out. So we need this piece and this piece. Then we need... Hey, Storm. Especially true of UV lights at cobalt light blue ones. Ugh. Well, you need to, like, even if LEDs, you should have eye protection on, but that's more of, like, a psychological thing. But yeah, UV lights, like, they can damage your retinas and whatnot. That's why if you ever had braces, actually, I remember when I had braces, they used UV light to quick dry, like, the glues on them. And so... they actually would, like, cover my eyes, and they would, like, wear, like, a pair of, like, special UV sunglasses. Okay. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to add the purple, but ain't no way I can. Okay, is that just a base coat, or is he going to make it... Well, I'm curious. Okay, okay, it is a base coat, because he's... What are you doing? That's the one thing I wish I had. I wish I could base coat the wings, but I just don't have any spray. I have no spray gold or bronze, and why are you not going on? There it is. I was looking at him and not looking at the build. It looks good. God, that gold is beautiful. That is just iridescent. That looks amazing. Ooh. I don't think we're ever going to get that quality on stream, but that looks beautiful. That looks next level. That looks better than the animation. I'm going to be honest with you. It's the purple on the wings that really set it off. The fact that he added it to those like little vernier areas just makes it go next level. The ones are basically like doing a tamer version of arc flash in welding. I guess, yeah. Protect your eyes, chat. You only get 2. Okay? And you don't get any replacements. So protect your eyes. It's important for your health. No, not that piece. Where? Okay, this is the piece I need. Ooh, his Gundam also looks really good. Wait, that looks wild. I hope one day I can make something 1/10 as good as this when I get my spray booth. I can't even pick up Gunpla pieces. We're like 2 hours in, probably. We're literally right at the 2-hour mark. Ah! And we've like done nothing because we did the talking instead of the building again. We were painting. We have an excuse. We were doing things. It's just, you know, we just weren't doing them efficiently. Oh, Steve singing! Ooh. That actually is a good topic to talk about. Unironically, how the singer for Steve from American Dad is actually just a good singer. Ooh. Also, if you, like, a lot of times when you have somebody like Steve, it's usually like a woman voicing them, even when it's a teenager. Steve is actually voiced by a guy, for one thing. But, like, I'll look him up. So, Steve from American Dad. Let me show you what his actor looks like. So, Steve... American... Well, I'll show you what he looks like in Ted. Ted Dad. Ooh. No, not that Ted. Ted show. Now he is like old, but this is the actor for Steve. Who, you know, that high-pitched whiny kid in American Dad? That's the actor. And he is, unironically, a phenomenal singer. Like, I don't know if we can bring up his music. Maybe we can. Hold up. What's his name? What's his name? There's like music from the 2000s. Well, I mean, we can literally just have the Steve one. But he is like really good at singing, and he's even good at singing while he's still doing Steve's voice. He's just like next level for some reason. There we go. Let's take that piece and let's get this piece. Okay, and then we need, it looks like this piece. Chat, this weekend, I'm gonna see my brothers. You might be like, didn't you see your brothers last weekend? No, I saw my brother last weekend. Now I get to see both of them this weekend. Okay, and we're gonna watch Surf's Up. Ooh. Which is, I watched the first 15 minutes of it to see if it would be worth watching. Chat, I don't think there's a movie in all of human history that is more 2000s, like, angst-coded than possibly this movie. It has Shia LaBeouf when he was, like, still the new hot, like, thing in Hollywood, you know? It has Shia LaBeouf before he was, like, I don't want to know, was it before he went crazy or was he always crazy? I can't remember if Shia LaBeouf was one of those people who was always cray-cray. But it's like Shia LaBeouf when he was before he went crazy and like would rip out his teeth for like roles. That's a thing he did, by the way, for the movie Fury. He ripped out, maybe that he was already missing the tooth, but the story is he ripped out one of his teeth for the movie Fury because he felt like his character would be a guy who would be missing a tooth. So he just ripped out one of his teeth. Shia LaBeouf fucking crazy. But in Surf's Up, he's the protagonist, and it's, you have like songs, like I think you have like I think one of the first songs you hear is a Green Day song. I think the Dirty Heads play in it. The Dirty Heads is like a West Coast rap band from like the 2000s. It's so like millennial angst coded, and it's amazing. It's a generational movie, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. And my brothers, you know, it's gonna be, oh my god, I can't wait to watch it with them. I can't wait for us just to riff on it. It's gonna be so good. Having spray booth just up your product immediately, just spraying the frame metallic, would look way more polished. Yeah, that's true. Spraying the frame, yeah, I mean, I wish I could spray this, I wish I could paint this frame bronze, but as I've said, if I did, it would just, the paint would come off, the paint would break away, and also the paint would be so thick that it would actually make the movements really, like, disjointed. And I know that's a problem even when you spray it, but in spray you can at least control how thick you put it on a lot better than you can with like paint, than you can with brush, in all honesty. That and a semi-matte top coat. You do need the top coat. You do need to protect what you make. See here. I think these are the... Is this the piece I need? It looks like the piece I need. Oh, it is the piece I need. Look at that. I know you're proud of me for being able to put the square peg into the round hole. Ooh. That's one of my favorite things, is how you could tell if a kid was smart. Wasn't if they did the shapes correctly, but if they realized that one of the holes, it was always like the square hole, was always big enough to fit all the other shapes. Either the square, so you could always just take the rectangle piece, and you could make it, you know, you could take it to the side and it would fit down the square hole. You could take the circle and it fit down the square hole. You could take the square, and that shit was shaped like a diamond. That ain't going down the square hole. I don't know how you're supposed to get that one down. But you could take the triangle and you could like angle it and get it into the square hole. Everything could go into the square hole except for that stupid diamond shape that looked like the square, but it was on its side. I don't understand that one. You know, where are you supposed to put that one, chat? It doesn't go in any of the holes. There's no diamond hole. Fucking, that shit was rigged. Is that the penguin movie where the penguin makes out with his cups? It is a penguin movie. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Tank. Hold up. You're talking about this scene. Wait a minute. You're talking about Tank with his trophies. Tank. Trophy. Okay. We're gonna... Wait. We're actually gonna turn on desktop audio for this. We're gonna watch it. It's copyright, but you know what? It's so short that we might get away with it. Taking his link.
Yeah, I can't remember a time when I wasn't surfing. My mom put me right on there. I think she pooped me out, just put me right on there.
Well, what is it about surfing that you love?
I love being the center of attention because it's really where I should be.
That, look at him. This guy would make a great VTuber. Look at him. You know what? No, oh my god. Wait, no. Nobody can show Kirsha this movie, okay? He's the perfect himbo. Look at him. He's so himbo-coded. He's built like a shit brick house. He has an IQ that's in the single digits. Oh my god, and he knows he's the best thing ever. You never saw it? It's unironically, like... It's pretty neat from the first few minutes alone of it. I don't know, you're a different generation, I think, so maybe you wouldn't appreciate it, but it's pretty neat, Burrito. But we're gonna skip around. We're gonna go to him showing off his trophies.
This is Jill. This is my lady Amy, little Susie, Brianna. You know why we call her Brianna, right? Yeah, it's a long story. Shaniqua, Helga, Miss Kitty, Jeannie. I dream of,
You totally forget. It's one of those movies. It's a generational film that you just forget about happened. I don't know if it's a cult classic because I don't know how successful it was. Because a cult classic, you technically need to not have been successful. But I feel like it deserves to be a cult classic if it isn't. It deserves to be a cult classic more than Speed Racer, okay? Did you know that they're remaking Speed Racer? They're updating the special effects for the 4K release of Speed Racer. And that's bullshit, by the way. The best part about Speed Racer is the god-awful CGI. Okay? Seeing them being super sincere about the story they're telling, and then cutting to some of the worst, most overblown, oversaturated, terribly rendered CGI you've seen in your entire life is the funniest thing ever. You know, the Wachowskis just going like, we got this, guys. We just made The Matrix, and we got this. And they still have it. but they're losing it really quick. It is the perfect middle chapter. You ever watch Jupiter Ascending? You watch The Matrix, and then you watch Jupiter Ascending, and you're like, how did this happen? They were making peak, and, well, they were making very good movie. They were making a very good movie that was peak for its generation, and then they go to Jupiter Ascending. How did they do this? How did they go on to make that one movie about reincarnation where people say, this is the true? You know, whatever movie that was. I forgot, I don't remember the name of that one. How do they go from that and then you watch, okay, chat, you watch Speed Racer, and it has all of the, like, quality filmmaking that you're familiar with from, like, the Matrix movies, the first one, really. But from the first one, where you're like, yeah, these are people who know their craft and know what they're doing. And then you have all of the excess and all of the insanity that you get in Jupiter Ascending, and you understand how they went from one to the other. It is the perfect middle chapter, okay? Like, you never go like, oh, how did these people go from making this movie to this movie? You go, this is how. This Speed Racer is how. Speed Racer explains how they went from making The Matrix to Jupiter. It makes perfect sense when you watch it. And when I say it makes perfect sense, watch the first 5 minutes of the movie is all you need to watch to understand it. Because it makes perfect sense within the first 5 minutes. Because everything you need to know about the movie, of how it's going to be well made and at the same time horribly made, in equal measure, somehow, some way they found a way, is evident in the first 5 minutes. It's so fucking good. You gotta watch Speed Racer, and you gotta watch Surf's Up. Ooh. You know why we call it Shaniqua? Dog story. Newest Matrix is good movie because it's a bad movie. That one was them being told, we're gonna make a new Matrix whether you're joined in or not. So one of the brothers turned sisters, whatever, however that works. I say however that works. I can't remember if they're both or if just one of them transitioned. That's why I say that. It's the one that transitioned first, I think. Was like, I'm going to make the movie just so that I can ruin it myself, so they will never make a sequel again. I'm going to be involved in the sequel to my own series so I can drive it into the ground and guarantee they won't try to do this for another 15 years. Which is like, that's literally like killing your baby so somebody can't, like, kidnap them. It's wild. Let's see here.
Leah. I'm gonna say that one more time. Leah. Oh, yeah. That's a sweet, sweet lady.
Tank, are you polishing your trophies again?
He has heterochromia. He's so cool,
Mom,
chat.
I wasn't polishing, I was talking to my friends.
He's just like me, for real, for real. I was talking to my friends, Mom. God. I'm gonna be polishing them.
I'm gonna be polishing later.
But I cannot wait to watch that with my brothers. I know one of them have seen it, but the other one I don't think has. The story is about the dev being dragged into making a game they don't want to make anymore. It's just makes sense. Ooh. Is that what the newest Matrix is about? Oh right, yeah, because it's actually a metaphor for making the Matrix itself. You're right. I haven't seen it, but I've had the story described to me. That the story of it was described as the creator literally just made the story about making the Matrix, about making a sequel to the Matrix and not wanting to make a sequel to the Matrix. And that's just what the movie is about, where Neo has to make a sequel to the Matrix code from the original movie because he's the chosen one, so he has the code and he's the source code, so he has to make a new code for the new Matrix, but he doesn't want to because he's satisfied with what the Matrix was, or some shit like that. It's just a meta commentary on how nobody wants to be there and they hate everything that they're doing. Oh wait, music. I'm gonna switch to a different Claire. The switch to Claire 4. Please be the one. No, it's not. I want the one with Minoko's theme. Speed Racer would be an amazing thing to watch on stream. Okay, we could only watch the DVD or Blu-ray. No 4K. No 4K. No 4K. You cannot improve the special effects. That is sacrilege, okay? It's like the opposite of Star Wars. Where it's like, oh hey, the Star Wars Phantom Menace, like update, like they updated the special effects and the battle droids look really cool. Yoda, which was a puppet in the Phantom Menace, now no longer looks like an evil goblin that's going to eat your soul, because they replaced him with CGI in like the re-release of the Phantom Menace. That's cool. You can do that for the Phantom Menace, but you cannot do that. You know, but if you were to do that to, like, Speed Racer, it wouldn't be like doing it for the Phantom Menace. It'd be like when you added CGI to the original trilogy, and it's like it was fine the way it was. It was better the way it was. What are the hardest fall-offs for, like, directors in, like, Hollywood, I wonder? Because The Matrix is a pretty hard fall off. They literally made The Matrix. They were like celebrated as making one of the coolest movies of all time. They did a bunch of drugs and women, and then lost their minds. Ooh. They literally just like fell to hedonism or something. They went, unironically, they went crazy. The creators of The Matrix, they just were like, yeah, we made our magnum opus and we're never gonna do anything this cool again. We're gonna go to Germany and go to all the brothels now. Which, like, okay. They lost their little minds. I think that's probably why they can't make good movies no more, because they convinced themselves that they already made peak. And to be honest, they didn't. They didn't. The first movie's pretty neat because you can read into it, but when they actually started to explore their own philosophy in the second and third movie, they weren't as deep as they thought they were. They were one of those guys who were like, yeah, I'm the first person to ever think of this shit. And it's like, no, you're not. You're not even the most concise or clever person to think of this. Let's see here. I am missing a piece, which is concerning. I'm missing this piece. I'm missing D16. I need another D16. It looks like both D16s have been cut off. Problem with building a kit over the course of 3 months is you have no idea where anything is. Normally, I can just go back into the last stream and be like, oh, there's the piece. You know, I can see me moving it off camera. I have no idea where this piece could be. You know? We haven't even touched this kit in like in a month. Change Yoga into Kermit the Frog. Ooh. Kermit the Frog here. Oh god, I saw a video recently about how when they're making the Goofy movie, they're going to have the Goofy actor just talk in his normal voice. The producer, the head of like Disney, was like, yeah, what we should do is we should just have the like Goofy actor just speak in his normal speaking voice, you know? So instead of speaking like, oh, yuck, you know, he just talk like a normal person, you know? And the Goofy actor had like an existential crisis over this, unironically. Like he wasn't getting any sleep or like, you know, getting even like a moment's rest, because he was just like, I'm Goofy, but they're telling me that like they don't want Goofy, they want me. But I am not Goofy. You know? Goofy is Goofy. I simply step into his shoe. Like, this guy was having a full-on, like, you know, existential crisis over the fact that they're like, no, that the head of Disney was like, I want to hear you, not Goofy, talk out of the mouth of Goofy. And like everyone was like, this is a terrible idea because Goofy should talk like Goofy because he's Goofy. His name is literally Goofy. And so like they had to do like they had to pretty much like shoot a large portion of the movie with Goofy talking like a normal person. And they were like, the animators and the director were like, listen, I know we have to listen to you, and we have to, like, you know, we recorded everything, but I just wanted you to know that I think this sounds terrible and it's a bad idea. And the head of Disney, the head producer, whatever he was, just turns to him after listening to the whole thing and goes, you know, I agree with you. Like, he was so sold on this idea that he's like, oh yeah, you know, Goofy shouldn't talk like Goofy. This would be a new age of Goofy where he just talks like a normal dude. and then he saw it and he was like, man, this is shit. But he's a producer that could acknowledge that he made a mistake, which puts him above a lot of producers, to be honest. They did make the V for Vendetta, which was V for Vendetta was pretty okay. Oh. That was before the fall off. That was before Speed Racer. That was before the Great Tumble. That's what I mean though. Like, you see something for V for Vendetta, and then you watch, what is the movie with reincarnation? I'm gonna type in True movie and it's gonna come up, chat. True movie. Thank you. Cloud Atlas. I knew it had Atlas in it, but I kept thinking of Atlas Shrugged, and I was like, it is not Atlas Shrugged. There ain't no way those guys would ever adapt Atlas Shrugged. Ain't no way. I think Atlas Shrugged would probably be too advanced for them philosophically, unironically. Real talk. But Cloud Atlas, man, you watch Cloud Atlas and you watch V for Vendetta and you're like, Cloud Atlas isn't like a travesty, but you're like, how did we get here? They kind of felt disrespectful to his crafts, like you spend much effort to do something, then the people hiring you just say, nah, I don't like it. Where the goofy thing is this. It wasn't that they didn't like it, it's just that the producer thought like he knew what the next new thing was gonna be. That, like, you know, what they should do is this thing, you know, like he thought he was on top of it, that he knew what they were doing. Turns out he didn't know shit. But he was able to acknowledge it. So I'm just missing a piece, which is really bad. I don't know what I can do about this. I'm just gonna have to like search and find the piece. It's a white piece, so it shouldn't be too hard to find, but again, I don't know when I lost the piece, so I don't know where it could be. Because this box has been everywhere in this room is part of the problem. So it could be anywhere in this entire room. And that is why this is a bit of a concern. Let's see here. Well, let's finish the feet, and then we'll do the legs and the everything else on probably not next week, because we probably have to continue the, oh my god. We might finish the Dom next week, so then we can finish this the week after, and then start the, oh god, we need to, oh, and then we start the Ifrit Knocked. Oh god, this is just like a horrendous backlog of just getting nothing done. We're gonna finish the feat today. That I promise you. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they have any thoughts on the Elden Ring movie? I keep forgetting it's a thing because like it's like mentioned and then I don't see anything about it. Is there a trailer? We can watch the trailer at the end of stream if there's a trailer, but I don't know. I don't care for Dark Souls. I don't care for George R.R. Martin. I'm not saying I dislike them. I'm just saying I am ambivalent. I am apathetic to both for the most part. So, like, for me, it's just like, okay. Get this aligned. Well, if there's a trailer, I'd happily watch it, but if there, I mean, I don't know anything about it. is actually something I'm positive about. I mean, I'm sure it'll be nice. I mean, usually Martin adaptations do well initially. I mean, if they make an Elden Ring, if they make one Elden Ring movie, I'm sure it'll be good. If they make a second one, I'm gonna bet all on black that it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first one, oh yeah, it's like the early seasons of Game of Thrones. Put your money on it. You know, it's like House of the Dragon. Everyone was talking mad stuff for House of the Dragon. It's like the like Seven Knights guy, you know, Duncan the Knight or whatever. Everyone was saying like this is like amazing stuff, you know. But if Duncan gets another season, I think that's like a one and done show, to be fair. But if that got like more material, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna fail like all the other ones. But you can't be into everything. No, you can't. You have preferences, and it's healthy. Just into production, so it won't be done for a while. Oh god, it's been in pre-production this whole time. I've been hearing about it for like, it feels like ever. Maybe it hasn't been that long, but I feel like it might be one of those things though where like it's talked about, where like there's the idea for it, like how District 9 has like there's an idea. District 9 doesn't have an idea for a sequel, but like the director is willing to make a sequel. The problem is that the director and writer of District 9, they keep like writing things and then they go, no, we don't like this story. they do keep writing new like installments to District 9 and then going like, this isn't any good. Let's see, it's A24 production. They have a good track record, right? Apparently the director got 7,000 hours in Elden Ring. There's holy shit. You know, if you told me he had 2 hours in Elden Ring, I'd be saying holy shit. You know, a director who knows the game he's adapting, by god, that puts him above Adi Sakar. Ooh, fucking. So it'll be better than Castlevania and Devil May Cry. Oh wow, I mean that's not saying much to be fair, but like there'll be some appreciation for the source material. Holy shit. There's some set images, I'll send them to Stream Talk. Oh yeah. Ooh, why not? Why not Zoidbug? Dear. Check Stream Talk in a second. I'm trying to actually see right now if you are not set correctly, and I can see you are. No, you are correctly set. Okay. Oh, wait. No, you're not. What are you? Have I cut out this piece yet? I need to check. E. A. Oh, I haven't cut out this piece yet. Okay. Okay. God, we are overstreamed by half an hour. I am so angry right now. I'm so angry right now. I'm seething. I am pooping my pants in rage. I am so upsetty spaghetti. I am. You can tell by the tone of my voice. I am just beside myself with anger. I know. You know. I don't want to frighten you, chat, with my tone of voice right now. Okay. I'm sure you're quaking in your little boots. I'm sure you've already pissed yourself because how angry I sound, you know? It's okay, you know? I don't mean to scare you. Oh, these are the set. Old ruins. That's good. All I know about Dark Souls games is that people really like to mod the women to be like super voluptuous. Ooh. Like, I don't know why, but like, I guess it's because you're fighting monsters all the time, so I think the idea is like, when you go back to home base, you'll see like a woman who's really attractive, you know? You'll have one bright spot in your otherwise hopeless dark universe. But here is the set. It looks pretty nice, but I mean, it's just one set. It's the stream that doesn't end. It goes on and on, my friend. Don't say that, Opus. I'm really upset that I am missing a piece because I don't know where that piece could be. Ooh, and I'm gonna have to search for it. Luckily, we aren't building this next week because you know what? Maybe we can turn this into a 3-month stream, you know? Maybe we can do this into a 3-month build. I still can't get over, not counting the beam rifle. It took us 14 hours to assemble anything in this kit, chat. Okay, we just didn't do anything. We just paint like we just paint a little piece of it, then just strip the paint from it. It is just... it is one of the most schizo builds we've ever done. We refuse to make progress. 14 hours. Women are really important to the themes of the most stories. I know the women are like important, like they're goddesses, or like I know America or whatever her name is, did a bunch of things. Like she betrayed a bunch of people. I know that one goddess that people really like the feet of is like, I mean, she's a goddess, for goodness sake. I don't think I need to elaborate much past that. Ooh, I know the women are important. Ooh, and like they either play an important lore and mechanical role in the stories. Ooh, I just also know people like to mod them a lot. And because I don't play the games, I usually see people sharing the mods and going like, look, here's a mod of America with a massive butt. And it's just like... and it kind of skews your perspective of the game. Where like this game is all about, again, it's about like a dying world, or, you know, like a world that is, you know, in a cycle of death and rebirth, and it's currently in the death cycle, you know, and it's all just depressing and sad, and then and then the person playing the game walks in the room and they just have mods where all of the demons that are chasing them, because they're women, now have like double Ds, and you're like... and it is like... each their own, but like... it just keeps happening. Okay, so... I just spilled water on my knee, don't worry about it. On the bright side, chat, literally all of the sprue cuttings from the Black Knight are just over here. Like, literally right over here. So if it's in the sprue pile, it is. It is! It is! It is, chat! I found the piece. I found the piece, chat. I know you're impressed. I found the piece. I'm so cool. You know, I know you're impressed, chat. I know you're impressed, okay. Ooh, I'm like the tank of Gunpla. Let's see here. That one Gooner model of America has done irreparable damage to the community. The thing is, I honestly think, I don't know if people who haven't played the game probably know her for the Gooner model more than her actual model. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay? Because I know she doesn't look like that, but I know she's blonde and she wears similar clothing, but I know she doesn't have J's in the front and a dump truck in the back. Okay, I know for a fact that I don't need to play the games to know that's not how she's proportioned. But the thing is, I don't know how she is proportioned in the games. That's the problem. Look at that, a cute little Pachycephalosaur sleeping on you guys. But we built the skirt. Hold up, I'm gonna take off my glove just to see if I can. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm, Well, I'm going to be disassembling this later anyways, but, I don't really know how I'm supposed to close this back up without, like, using a pair of tweezers. But if I want to paint this, tweezers are going to, like, leave marks, and even if I don't paint it, these tweezers are gonna, like, leave a scribe on it. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. This is a really tight joint. And it locks in? Oh, God. But I'm probably gonna disassemble it. I'm gonna paint as much as I can bronze. Ooh, its head is oddly loose. I think that's because of what I did. Hold up, before we end the stream, its head is, like, really oddly loose. So let me... Yeah, But, like, I mean, look at that. It is I've done something wrong with the head. Because what it's supposed to be is it's supposed to be locked in by the collar. But the collar isn't locking in on top of it is the issue. There we go. Are you good now? Kinda, but no. Okay, I heard it lock in. I need to disassemble this. What am I doing right now? Wait, I need to disassemble this after stream so I can clean it up and paint it. And I'm literally making that harder for myself after stream. I'm an idiot. I am dumb as hell. I am the... Oh, God. Chat. I might be retarded. Call me Scott Bakula. Because I'm retarded. God, that's my favorite opening of Quantum Leap. When he just closes the closet door and he just sees himself in the reflection and it's just a dude with his shoulders up and his head thrown back so he has like a 5 chin and his eyes are crossed and Scott Bakula just goes, I'm retarded? Quantum Leap, unironically though, good show. Check it out if you haven't seen it. She's broken statue husk thing in game. Let me send it to you. So she's not even in her human form. So she doesn't even have her human form in it. Oh my God. So she's pretty much, she's Jesus on the cross is what she looks like. So she's equivalent. Okay, so the equivalent of it is, let's look up America before we go. America. So this is what people like mod her into looking like. We might get banned on Twitch if I show this, but I'll take the risk for you, chat. But this is what people mod her into looking like. It's like those images when you see Jesus on the cross. Hold up. And he's super buff. But it's the same energy. It's like... It's the same energy as this. Or this. Ooh, wait, this is a better picture of it. Of buff Jesus breaking off the cross. It's the same energy. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh, hold up, hold the hell up. I'm sorry, what country is this? Korea! Korea! Whoa, Korea, what the hell is going on in Korea, man? Jesus be eating his Wheaties, chat. Look at this dude. He's fucking swole. Oh my God. They had to make this cross out of stone because wood could not hold him. Oh and there's like a globe on top. Korea, what's going on with you? Isn't Jesus a very average-looking Middle Eastern Jewish man? He is a Levant Jew. So a lot of people are like, this is what Jesus, this is actually just something in general. People keep going like, Jesus would have looked like an Arab. No, he would have looked like a Jew because he was a Jew. But yeah, he's typically depicted as, I mean, whatever culture is like, likes him will always depict him as that culture. So Japanese people will just make Jesus Japanese. Koreans make Jesus Korean, Germans make Jesus Germanic. It's just what you do. But yeah, he was just a Jew. He was a Jew. He was the son of God. Ooh, like the government needed his friend to point him out for him. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because there's like, which one is, like, out of the disciples, they're like, which one is Jesus? You know, like, they're all kind of, you know, we can't tell them apart. It's like, wait, aren't you also Jews? We just, you know, we're very homogenous people. It wasn't racism because other Jews captured Jesus, chat. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna read what this is. So, this is a photograph of the statue of Jesus. Boasting a six-pack abs is going viral online. Huffington Post reported Sunday that the photograph of a very muscular Jesus on the cross was shared on social media site Reddit by the user Loki Monoxide. Sounds like a Reddit name. The title of his post reads, where is this glorious idol? The answer, Christian Sculpture Park. There's an entire park dedicated to sculptures. What the hell? In the North Gyeongsang province. And it is the Yongcheon North Gyeongsang province. I'm reading that in the most American I can. Yeah, there's a Japanese and a Korean Jesus. I think I sent a... Though there's Ethiopian Jesus. It's pretty fucking key. It's pretty fucking clean. Ooh. I love the Jesus. I love Japanese Mary holding little slant-eyed fucking baby Jesus. And I don't mean that in a derogatory term. I mean like literally the baby Jesus is like squinting, you know? He's like because he's a baby. It's adorable and also funny. The sculpture park was built in November 2012. Oh, the apocalypse. Okay, that makes sense. By the pastor who? Oh, it's a pastor. That explains a lot more. As a Protestant. Wait, was it a Protestant? After retirement, needed a place to carry out his ministry work. Pastor Jang Dal-yoon also built 2 sanctuaries and 5 exhibition halls in his hometown. Good for him. Good for him. The proportions are so fucked. He's built like a space marine, Chad. He is the Emperor's finest. Oh god, before we end, we need the end, but... Okay, guys, I think that's it. Is your head even attached to your body, America? It is not. Okay, I'm gonna look for a place to send you guys out to, though. We're gonna talk about random stupid stuff for too long. We need to end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and also, if you haven't already, go check out the video. I tried for a more traditional review structure this time. You know, I kind of felt sick when I posted it, I'm not gonna lie, because, like, I was super nervous. But ironically, I felt like vomiting when I uploaded the video. I don't know why, but I got super nervous and anxious when I uploaded the video. But I hope you guys will check out the video in the pinned comment. I hope if it's to your liking, you will show it with an updo, with an upvote, with an uplike, with a whatever we do. We're on YouTube, whatever. Let's see here, like the aspect of religion, he was just a man 2,000 years ago, and somehow everywhere celebrated his life with their own culture. Dude, he touched a lot of lives, man. Okay? Even if you don't believe, you gotta admit, it's fucking wild. You know, it's wild, the legend that was spun, even if you don't believe. Let me look for a place to send you beautiful people out to. You know I'm happy when I'm unconsciously talking in a weird accent. Okay, let's go here. Let's see here. Oh, we can't send you to Atya. We sent you to Atya last time. No, we didn't. Where did we send you last time? I sent you somewhere interesting. Oh my goodness! Sorry, a video about early predation from the like Cambrian period is on my timeline. Sorry, I got really excited. It wasn't Doki Bird. It wasn't Lisa. Where did I send you guys? I went to her, but I didn't send you guys to her. I'm gonna send you guys to her this time. If I sent you guys to Atya last time, then wait. Fuck it. I don't care, you know?
Hello?
Goodbye. Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. We went a little long. I hope you don't mind. But I hope you guys, keep on rocking on, my little fucking fossil-y PachyPaul's and Dino Bros. Let's see here. I think Aya is one of the few people. Oh no, a lot of people are streaming actually. Well, we're gonna keep consistency. We're gonna link to Aya as well.
What am I doing?
Well, you know what, actually.
Hello and welcome.
No.
So.
I didn't realize that
Okay,
desktop audio was doubled and the music was probably really loud. I'm sorry about that. I forgot to turn off the desktop audio, so the audio quality was probably really shit for like the last 40 minutes. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Oh, that was beautiful music being ruined by my stupidity. I'm sorry. Good progress today. Yeah, we built feet and a skirt. That's some good progress, Took us 14 hours to get to this point, but we're here now. Okay, let's, okay, I already sent the Atya link there. Twitch? But? No, create a dashboard, Send me to the create a dashboard. I want the create a dashboard. Let's see here. You good? I mean, if you could still hear me, I mean, that's kind of what matters. I mean, if the audio's jank, it's just another day in paradise, as they say. Let's see here. Raid channel. Oh, I was supposed to look for people building stuff. Fuck it, I'm gonna. You know what? I already committed to Atya, so we're gonna raid Atya. Even though we literally only have one viewer on Twitch, and that one person is beautiful. Whether you're a chatter or a lurker, I love you. Ooh. But I want you all to have a wonderful day, a good night, whatever time zone you're in. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, to just hang out and chill with a casual stream with CL. She was in chat earlier. Ooh, I spent the stream filing the Dom shoulder pieces. I hope you had good progress with that filing, dude. Okay? Make sure you put, when you file them, make sure you put them under D for Dom, okay? I know it can be a little confusing because you're like, do you put it under DR for Rick Dom? But you go by the last name anyway, so you should still put it under D for Rick Doms as well. Ooh. Bye-bye. You're not done yet? Oh my god. Old plastic is a bit of a hassle in and of itself. I just realized I turned off both music audio, so you just hear me talking. I overcorrected. We're going. Bye-bye, Twitch. Later, bye-bye. You all have a good night. Take care, everyone.